All right, folks. Herschel Walker has raised $3.7 million in his bid to replace Senator, of course, Raphael Warnock. Now, we're talking about Pastor Raphael Warnock, Ebenezer Baptist Church, accomplished, smart, all of that. Herschel Walker played football at Georgia. Not great career in the NFL. Since then, sheer idiot. So he was supposed to have a fundraiser with a Republican, go to my computer, who has this swastika on her Twitter page. And this person here, the swastika was supposed to be about, COVID. Well, Herschel yesterday decided, you know what, I'm not going to denounce. I'm not going to denounce her or cancel the fundraiser. Now, Walker's spokesperson said the image is clearly an anti-mandatory vaccination graphic. That was literally what the response was. Yeah, but a few hours later, Herschel's team said, quote, the symbol used is very offensive and does not reflect the values of Herschel Walker or his campaign. Now, they claim the image is not anti-Semitic and results from fascists demanding people insert foreign material into their body they don't want. Right there, I don't know who this so-called film TV producer is, but they gotta be an idiot. But, Robert, you're there in Georgia. You have to be subjected to, first of all, loony-ass Vernon Jones, okay? And, I mean, it's something when Herschel Walker makes Vernon Jones look like an intellectual.
Well, look, I'll tell Democrats, do not underestimate Herschel Walker. Do not underestimate Vernon Jones. Let's just look at our neighboring state of Alabama, where you had Doug Jones, former federal prosecutor, prosecuted the church bomber there, defeated by Tommy Tuberville, the Auburn head football coach who doesn't even know what the Senate is. He actually thought he was running for the House of Representatives, and then he also thought that he was running for governor at one point in time. So this idea that the GOP has to...
That boy can't even spell Senate. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
And he beat a former federal prosecutor in Alabama. So when we're looking at what's going on here in Georgia, we have to, Warnock is going to have to depend a lot on what President Biden is able to get done with his agenda. And then secondarily, Herschel Walker, there's a big chunk of the state where UGA football is a religion. And the patron saint of that is going to be Vince Dooley and then Herschel Walker directly there behind. So the main thing Herschel Walker can do is just be quiet between now and the Republican primary, and he will win that in a landslide. There was a recent poll that had him at 76% of Republican primary voters here in Georgia. And getting into a general election when there's and we're still looking at bad economic numbers like we recently saw, and we're still looking at vaccine mandates, and also COVID isn't under control. The Democrats look like they are not being effective in executing the plan that they ran on, the Build Back Better plan. Then Herschel Walker very well could be right there with Tommy Tuberville in the United States Senate. So I think Democrats are going to have to start taking these candidates seriously, even though we may look at them and say they're a joke. There's a big chunk of the electorate. Remember, Marjorie Taylor Greene is from this state. People like former Congressman Paul Brown, Newt Gingrich is from this state. So there's a lot of crazy Republicans out here. Once you get outside of 285, it's a very different state, and that's where Herschel Walker is running.
Now I agree, but Georgia not as dumb as Alabama. I mean, I agree. But
look, that ain't hard.
No. And here's the deal, right? Because here's the deal. Trump still won Alabama. Georgia won. Biden won Georgia. But anytime you mention Tommy Tuberville, it always allows me an opportunity to show you how dumb that fool is. And so I can't help myself. This was Tommy Tuberville running against Senator Doug Jones. And Tommy Tuberville, y'all, this is him describing the Voting Rights Act.
The thing about the Voting Rights Act is, there's a lot of different things you can look at it as. Who's it going to help? What direction do we need to go with it? I think it's important that everything we do, we keep secure, we keep an eye on it. It's run by our government, and it's run to to the point that it's got structure to it. It's like education. I mean, it's got to have structure. Now, for some reason, we look at things to change, to think we're going to make it better, but we'd better do a lot of work on it before we make that change.
And he won. He's in the Senate right now.
DeMario, that's just a level of dumb. Folks, back to that Roland Martin unfiltered video in just one moment.
Once upon a time, there lived a princess with really long hair who was waiting for a prince to come save her. But really, who has time for that?
Let's go. Feeling myself. I'm feeling
She ordered herself a ladder with Prime one-day delivery, and she was out of there.
I'm with some hood girls looking back at it, and a good girl in my tax bracket.
Now, her hairdressing empire is killing it. And the prince? Well, who cares? Prime changes everything.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Oh, no punches!
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way. Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Like, wow, Roland was amazing on there.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
You dig?